This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Oh, it looks so bad.
That is so untrue.
In all likelihood, they would have to knock them out in the conference championship, right? Because Cleveland's locked into the 5.
Yeah.
No one likes seeing their face that close up.
Okay,
I didn't even know what I was saying.
Whose idea was it? Was it my idea? It was my idea.
Yeah, it was your idea. Great producing, by the way. This is the post-game show.
She wanted to go viral. She asked me.
I don't think that'll go viral. That wasn't even that hot.
I mean, it was a pretty hot
I just tried
take.
to do the opposite of what
You have
Stu
them in
did.
the conference championship. If we're doing this based on form, there's several teams that you would take in the AFC over them. Them struggling against Cincinnati and that tire fire of a defense, giving Harrison Butker 6 field goals, made me really concerned.
Oh, but everyone is doing this to the Chiefs, and I understand how it happens. You're going to lose some players on offense. Your wide receivers aren't as good, and they look like they have struggled. But, Mina, we were talking about this earlier in the week. 8 straight years of winning that division when everyone in competition in that division is coming for your things and drafting to have strengths where you have weaknesses, and the salary cap makes the schedule super hard. Staying 8 years on top of a division is physically grueling and hard. They're allowed to be less good. They're allowed to have a road playoff game because football's hard.
Yeah, they made mistakes in terms of roster construction on the offense. You look around the league, you see some of the young wide receivers and free agents that other teams have signed. Clearly, they chose poorly, although Rashee Rice looks pretty good. And then some of the assets that they've been able to acquire, including from the Hill trade, they poured into the defense, which, again, I'll stress, looks very good to me, especially when I compare them to some of the other units around the, not just AFC, but the NFL. I mean, the offense, the problem with the offense is just last year, and I talked about this actually on my show with Mitch Schwartz, it's not that dissimilar structurally from what it was last year. The players even are not that dissimilar. The problem is when you're that kind of offense where you're not really explosive and it's just all about ball control and efficiently moving your way up and down the field, if one little thing goes wrong, a sack, a hold, offside, whatever, a drop obviously has been an issue, you kind of send the whole thing spiraling, and that's just happened to them too many times. I don't think they're a great team by any means. My point about them, or I guess my belief in them, is more just reflecting the fact that I think that the AFC is pretty wide open after Baltimore.
For the love of God, can we get to Jets Patriots, please?
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's the dirtiest of what we have going on this weekend, correct?
Well, it's interesting because it might be Bill Belichick's last game in New England, which is why I would never pick against the Patriots in this scenario. Like, if there's anyone who will pull out all, I talked about Mike Vrabel pulling out all the stops, Belichick will do whatever it takes to win this game. Truly, whatever disgusting thing he can come up with.
The dirtiest.
Against this, the dirtiest thing against this Jets offense, and the defense still is like pretty good. So I do think that the Patriots will win this game. And I don't know what's going to happen with Belichick, by the way. Everyone I've talked to has a different view on
that. Would have been a good take. See, that would have been a good place for you to have a super strong opinion on Belichick will do the dirtiest things to win and then will coach the Chargers or whatever it is that you'd be willing to stake your credibility on.
That's a prediction, not a...
Well, but your credibility with a prediction look, I don't want to be teaching you this after all these years. You've had plenty of success without any of our help. But you can go viral. The show, the Mina Kimes show with Lenny, can go viral if you're looking how to find clippable viral moments that aren't just your great at football analysis.
I don't think people have strong feelings about Belichick. And that's crazy. Dan, you and I talked about this on Pablo's show. We're talking about the best coach in NFL history potentially being axed, and I have not seen anyone with like truly strong opinions about it.
Because Mina,
good or bad.
But don't you think though, Mina, because the sport can't be so cutthroat and dumb that we think that guy's no longer good at his job so quickly. Like, it's stupid. It's not far removed from what we're talking about with Adam Schefter having to say, hey, Sirianni's safe, when you're like, Of course he's safe. They've been in the playoffs every year, and it's hard to do that in that sport. Like, of course he's safe, but if that's where we're going to put the standard on these coaches, then of course it's going to be stupid and unreasonable.
Bill Belichick furiously refreshing Facebook to see if he's been tagged safe. Or he calls it my face. I think Bill Belichick is still a very good football coach, but he's made two really bad decisions, or a couple of. Are you zooming in on me? All right, a couple of really horrible decisions. One of which is, of course, how he handled the offense in terms of handing the reins over to his buddies. Basically ruining Mac Jones and setting the franchise back. It's probably his biggest mistake he's made as an NFL coach. And then the roster construction. He is the GM of this team, and the decisions he's made both in the draft and a free agency when they had a lot of money have been very poor. Ideally, I think you would keep him as a coach and get him to cede roster responsibilities, but everything I've heard and just sort of the indignity of splitting the baby, I guess, that way suggests to me that they won't do that.
Can't you just say?
I don't think that was hot enough to go viral. That had a lot of caveats.
I know, but can't you just say he should be fired? Like, why can't
There's
you?
like a dog hair on that microphone.
Why can't you just say?
I just used a lint. Okay,
why,
fine. Zoom in again.
Why can't?
Fine, zoom in again. I'll do it. You want me to start and then zoom in again?
Yeah,
I don't know how you.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Just give us a second, but don't be distracted by it. Just don't be.
I'm not distracted.
Okay, I'm sorry to do this to you.
No, I'm ready.
No, you're not.
My name is Mina Kimes. I work for ESPN. I think that Bill Belichick, the greatest coach in the history of the NFL, should be fired. Even though it's really not his fault, like everything that's happened, and it's only really if he should cede roster responsibility. Ideally, you'd be able to keep him on because he is a brilliant defensive play caller, and you'd be able to fix the offense and give someone else the opportunity to fix the roster.
Mike, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, Niko Jovic picks for LeBron James works on the trade machine.
You were looking at my computer.